guessing that you joined me because you need a 5-minute craft break. Welcome, I'm Claire from Created the Ottaway, and this today is our 5-minute craft break. We're going to have a little bit of a play and we're going to make a card together that's really super simple but still has enough of a well to soothe your inner calm. I am based in the UK and I absolutely love crafting, particularly papercraft, and I think sometimes they're overwhelmed from all the craft stash that we've got, and just knowing what to make first can just get a bit much. So this is my attempt at helping you be stress-free with a quick 5-minute make. So what have I got? I've got a stamp set that I particularly love. It's got 2 sentiments that really I use time and time again, and a thank you and a happy birthday. It's a retired set from Stampin' Up, so I've got that. I have got what I like to call investment dies. So they're actually come in a pack of about 6 different dies and they're layered. So what that means is they fit inside each other. So these are the 2 sizes that I picked this time. Actually, it's not, is it? There's another size that I've forgotten to bring through. So there's this size, which is this one. And then I've picked that size, and then this is the bigger one that if you wanted to do a contrast of a big and a small layered, that looks equally as good too. Saved myself there, didn't I? So if you're new to card making or crafting, try and look out for pieces that, like I say, I call them the investment dies, because they're the type of thing that you're going to use multiple times, and they might cost you a little bit extra to start with for the whole set, but in the long term the value is just amazing. So I've got a couple of those. Then I've got a paper pack that's half used actually. There's scrappy bits in it, there's bits that are cut out, there's some bits I've prepared because I know we've only got 5 minutes, and it's an old Echo Park bit. So I've also got my paper trimmer and a piece of A4 card because I'm in the UK. So we're going to start with the longer side at the top, and I'm literally going to cut it in half because that is a standard UK size, which is 5 7/8, or it's like a smidgen off 15 centimetres, and that gives me 2 halves like that. I'm going to turn it sideways and I'm going to score it at 4 1/8 of an inch, 4 1/8, which is 10.5 centimetres, and that will give me a standard card base, okay, just like that. Now we're going to do something a little bit better than just a standard base. So the first half I'm going to score again halfway, so it was 4 1/8. So now it's 2 1/16. Now don't panic, 1/16, all that means is you find the 2-inch line. Can you see that actually, if I've gone too high? You find the 2-inch line, put your card up to it and go 1 little notch after that, and then you score it. Now if you are working in centimetres, it is 5 and I would say 5.2 centimetres. So what that does is that gives you the ability to fold this front bit. Now you can do this loads of different ways. You can fold it in that way and have a card that's like that. You can fold it in this way and have a card like that. That gives you more options. But what we're going to do is we're going to cut a diagonal off. I know, don't freak out. You can do this. So what you want to do, the side that's got the score line, you're going to turn it round and you're going to find the 3-inch or 7.6 centimetres. Slide your card along to the 3-inch, and then where your cutting line is, where you would normally cut or score, you're going to put a little mark. I'll put a pencil mark so you can see. Quite often I just use my paper trimmer to do it. Can you see that? There's just a tiny little mark just there. So I'm going to turn it back around, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off from the midway half, this bit here, from the top down to here. So basically I'm going to cut all this bit off. So the easiest way to do it is using your paper trimmer. So if you line up the score line there and spin this round, okay, until the mark that you did is lined up. So there's the mark there, so I'm going to hold that there and make sure my score line is there. Probably put it over a bit. Now you don't have to get this exactly right, there's no science. You can use scissors and just cut. I just think that the paper trimmer gives me a straighter line. So I'm going to hold that down, use the paper trimmer to hold it down. This is a Stampin' Up paper trimmer, by the way. And I am going to put my blade in the middle like that, and I can feel it gripping the paper. Then I'm going to go down and I'm going to go up, and that means you don't get any of those dented insides of your car. I'm going to slide that out. Ooh, look what I've done, I've got it off. And then I'm going to bring my card out, and look at that. I have a Z-fold card but with an extra detail on the front, and now all we're going to do is decorate it. So I'm going to do an extra card layer because this Stampin' Up card is not as thick as I like it to be for my card. So I'm going to put a layer of colour card over the top. Now that's easy to work out. Whatever size this back panel is, you want to go down either a quarter of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, a couple of millimeters. You decide what you like. I like 1/8 of an inch. So that is going to stick on there like that. Let's hope my glue is going to play ball. It usually does. I use Barely Art precision glue. I am not paid for any of this. I've just tried and tested over the years. I just love to share what I find works for me in the hope that it works for you. I've got rheumatoid arthritis, and this is the only glue that I can squeeze. Well, it doesn't really need squeezing, that's probably the main point. So this piece for me is 4 inches by 5 3/4. So that's my back piece. And then I'm going to carry on doing the back piece because I think if I do one bit at a time. So I've already had a look through and I really like this piece. I'm going to put that as my back piece, and again I'm going to cut it 1/8 of an inch smaller. So it was 4 inches. So I'm going to do it 3 7/8, which is 9.8 centimetres. And then it was 5 3/4, so I'm going to go down 1/8 of an inch to 5 5/8. Before I glue anything on, I'm going to have a look. Love that paper. Oh no, I love the other side as well, but it's okay because we're going to use that in a minute. Don't just hate that. Are you the same as me? I love having paper that is two-sided, but oh my goodness, that causes its own problems. I'm just making sure that there's a border all the way around, wiggling it a little bit, which is why I use wet glue. Just making sure. And then if you have trouble with your paper and it doesn't seem to stick, use your bone folder and just go over it. You think that by doing this you're doing enough, but this really puts contact in every area of the paper and gives you a lovely finish. So that's that. Now the tricky bit, how are we going to do these bits? Now you can decorate these how you like. You can decorate both panels there and both panels there, but you're really only going to see this one and this one. So I'm just going to decorate them. Now what you need to do for 1/8 of an inch smaller is this size here, this width of this piece is 2 1/16, remember. Now that's going to get really complicated. My head is going fuzzy just thinking about it. So I'm going to put my paper or my piece of card on. I'm going to put it at 2 1/16, okay, where it was, and then I'm going to go back 2 lines because that is what 1/8 of an inch is. So it's 1 15/16, which sounds a horrendous size, doesn't it? And remember, I want to put it on there, but it's obviously going over. So what I do is I hold it in place like that, exactly where I want it, turn it over, and using a pencil I mark along there because that tells me that I need to cut that triangle off. I'm going to do this one the same. So this is going to go there. So I'm actually going to put it behind like so, fold it over, and that is going on there. So I can use my scissors again, my paper trimmer, whatever is easy, and I'm just lining my card on that diagonal. Okay, so that is there. I think that's about right. Let's have a look. Oh, it moved just as I went to do it. Okay, so that's given me a nice diagonal there. And then this one, where did I do that one? Just about there. Now obviously you can take longer than 5 minutes on yours. I am just trying to show you how you just need a 5-minute craft break. So I need to remember that this one goes on here. So that's going to go like that. Now if you line it up and you think, oh, it's not really much of a border, you can chop it off a bit at the bottom. Remember, it's paper, it's got no judgment of you. You do it your way. Okay, I'm just going to trim that. And knowing that that was like that, I'm now wondering if this is going to need a little bit off as well. Do you know what? No, that actually looks okay. Just goes to show. I'm going to stick those bits on. And this 5-minute make sure you put the glue on the right side, is coming together. Now I might not have time to finish this particular card in this supposed 5-minute break, but I will show you 2 others that I've done. So that one's going to go on there, and this one is going on there. Again, make sure you put glue on the right side. I've done that before, haven't you? Put glue on the wrong side of the card. You've just spent ages cutting it and getting it just right. Oh, and then for some reason, as soon as you try and line it up, no. Okay, so there's that. Already it looks beautiful, doesn't it? Okay, so these papers, so I've chosen, I think it's this one and this one for the top. Remember, this was 2 lines back. Now I've done 2 lines again. So this was 1 15/16. So this time it's 1 13/16. Now the only thing I will say about this one, when you are doing it, obviously you need to make sure that your pencil line is in the right place. So I'm not turning it over, I'm keeping it the same side. I'm putting it in place where I think it will be. So there, holding it over, looking, that is exactly where I want that bit to be. So I'm going to do my pencil line there. And then this one, I can't really see the pencil line. Where the paper needs to be this way. So again, I'm going to tuck it behind, even though it seems like I'm doing back to front. And I'm going to do the pencil line there. And then I know when I cut it, it's in the right place. So again, I'm using my paper trimmer to cut. And this one to cut this one. I feel like I'm speed talking now. I'm so sorry. If you have any questions from this tutorial, please just leave a comment. I read and reply to every single comment, so please feel free to do that. Right, that's going to go on there, but you can see that it is way over. As long as my angle is right, I can trim the bottom bit however I want it. But it's the angle that you need right. That's much better. Okay, so that's going to go there. I'm going to put that one straight away before I change my mind and start fiddling with it. This is such a lovely card to make. It is such a simple design, but really is a bit of a wow. Okay, so there's that bit. That looks lovely together. I'm loving it. Now this bit, I feel like this is going to need a trim as well. Yeah. Let's do that. And then we are ready to rock and roll. Look at that. Oh, so nice. Now you don't need to put the extra layer of card, the coloured cardstock, if you don't want to. It's all about personal what? Personal choice. Some people like to have lots of layers on their cards. Some people just want to use their paper up. You make it your own. Okay, we are at the end of our cards. Now, how did I decorate mine? So I used the layered dies, and what I did was I decided where I wanted this bit. So this is the bit that I usually put my personal message in. So I stamped on there, glued it in place, and then what I do is I bring this one over, and depending on whether I want it the same size, I then match it up so you don't see it, or I layer it. So I decide how much of a layer I want round. I know that I just want glue on this piece here, like that. So just put glue on here. If you try and put glue on this, you'll never get it in the right place. You can tell that you want it here because that's where the rest of this piece is not seen. So just put a bit of glue along there, and that will be enough to hold it in place. And then you're not worried about moving this because the glue is going to show. And that is how you make a 5-minute fun fold card. Okay, before we go, I am going to show you an example of a finished one. Woo! Doesn't it look good? See, I didn't decorate that panel, but it really doesn't matter, does it? It actually makes it stand out. I've just put some simple leaves and some simple flowers on. I've put them at the top and the bottom just so that your eye is drawn upwards, but that is that one. And if you were watching this and you think that's just too much, I am not going to be able to do that angle, don't. Just decorate it as it is. Look at that, still looks just as beautiful. This is with the dies layered, different sizes, and this one is exactly the same, top and bottom. Soon to be added, my third one. I'm so happy with that. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me a comment. And if you like some more of this stress-free crafting, lots of behind the scenes stuff and a bit of a giggle with just creativity, then come and join me at the Crafty Otters. Select the join button and I'll tell you all about it. Thanks for watching.